Hello there and welcome back. I'm Willow Grace, and I want to thank you for joining me as we take a look ahead at your astrology forecast for the month of June. Now, before we start talking about astrology, if you're interested in working with me, you can visit my webpage to schedule a tarot and astrology consultation. You can also learn and participate by signing up for one of my classes or workshops. If you would like to receive your monthly astrology update by email, this information can be found at willowgracemystic.com, or you can sign up in the link below. Aquarius. There has been an explosion of color and life that happens every year this time of the year. And with that, we're reminded of the buildup of Taurus and Aries energy this month. With Venus, Uranus, and Mercury all in the grounded and earthy sign of Taurus, we are now ready to relax and begin to focus on things that bring us pleasure. With expansive Jupiter and fiery Mars, both in the pioneering sign of Aries, this is going to be a time of expanding and starting something new. You may have to dive in deeper. This time may find you looking to plant seeds or to begin something that's new and enjoyable that brings you pleasure, especially in the areas of self-care. This energy can also be a little obsessive and having you wanting to find activities where you can slow down and enjoy the beauty that's around you, to sink in and live more in the moment, to be connected with others and with nature. The Sun in Gemini is alone, serving as an opportunity to communicate these thoughts and ideas with self and others. Now we're settling into this grounded energy. We continue to work with Mercury still stationed retrograde. It's going to continue its backward trek in the sky until June 3rd. Therefore, continue to use caution when signing important work documents, and if possible, postpone important starts of any major projects. Remember that this is a time to go back and finish, to redo, to complete projects that you've already started. I use Mercury retrograde as a time for clearing and cleaning and reorganizing. This time is best used to finish what you've started so you can begin anew with a clean slate. You may feel that your energy is a little bit sluggish. When the planet begins to move direct, this will be the universe's way of giving us the green light to move forward with new projects and activities. And then our energy levels will begin to pick up over the next coming weeks. And for you, this is in your house, in your home sector, your mother, your roots, your foundation. This is what you want to do with your home. Then beginning June 4th through October 23rd, Saturn, the planet of discipline and stability, is going to station retrograde in the visionary sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius represents connections with family and friends and ideas, and Saturn is responsible and reliable. So while in retrograde, this might not be the right time for significant work changes. Use caution in decisions in your areas of work and finances, or in signing of important contracts. This retrograde may have you feeling that your ability to move forward can be stalled or sluggish because of the retrograde. Use caution with your harsh judgments, Saturn, on others, Aquarius, and ideological instability. And for you, the focus is on your second house of self-worth and cash and property and your feelings and what you value and things that you want to own or things about yourself. Then on June 11th, Venus, which represents our money and our values, is going to be conjunct Uranus in the grounded earthy sign of Taurus. Now, this is dynamic energy that will mainly affect earth signs and our home life. The focus of this time may turn to our careers and finances, and we should also include the planet of Pluto here, as it can be seen as moving away. Therefore, this period may push us to personal transformation and draw attention to our lives in all types of Taurus themes. These include stability, strength, sensuality, tenacity, and being filled with deep emotion. June is a time to focus on loved ones. This is another Taurus theme, to slow down and to just enjoy the flow. And for you, again, this is your home sector, your foundation, your roots, your what you call home, your mother, this is you, and your children are here. Then on June 13th, Mercury, the planet of technology and travel, is now out of its shadow and stationed and moving direct. It is pulling forward full steam ahead and joining the sun in the sign of Gemini. Now, Mercury loves this placement. It feels at home here. The sun illuminates topics of conversation, and Gemini energy amplifies especially air signs. Gemini themes at this time include your social life and the ability to have conversation with others on improving the world and global ideas. This will be the perfect time for making new friendships that will blossom on an intellectual level. Mercury in Gemini loves to probe the minds of others and needs to be able to understand their thoughts. And for you, this is in your house of romance and children and creativity and love affairs. And so this is the house where you can enhance your mutual communication to feel connected and be closer to others. So for the next few weeks, your thoughts and communication is going to be witty, intellectual, and a point of strength. Then on June 14th, we're going to have a supermoon in the fiery sign of Sagittarius. This will be the first one of the year. This full moon is immutable, and it brings endings and closures and culminations and a time to be receptive. A time to take the light and awareness of spirit into your emotional and physical body. Since this is a supermoon, expect the energy to be stronger and you may feel more emotional. Sagittarius is the 9th sign of the zodiac. It represents seeing the bigger picture, travel, higher thought, and mind. It is full of fire and enthusiasm with masculine energy that you can work with. This moon evokes philosophical thoughts within us, probing us to look for the meaning of life. Since Sagittarius is global views and seeing the bigger picture, this moon is revealing things that were hidden. This transit is a profound time to say goodbye and to these old plans and this past baggage and burn it, set it afire, to move forward and step into and embrace these new adventures of your life. And for you, this is all about you moving forward with friends and networks and social circles. These could be circles that you work with, or they could be friends that this is aspirations of spiritual aspirations and your networks through work or just new friends. So the following day, after something is revealed with this full moon, then the following day, the moon is then going to move into the sign of Capricorn. And this is where the greater attention is on where you are going right now and where you want to end up. And working with this on more practical terms to move forward. So I'm thinking more spiritual aspirations because it's going to move into your 12th house. And the 12th house is going within. It is yoga, it is meditation, it is dream work, it is spiritual work, it is understanding past lives. And so that could be something that is revealed that you will work on or have a plan to work on moving forward. Then on June 16th, the sun, which rules our ego and our life's purpose, is going to square off with the illusionary planet of Neptune. Now, the sun rules the fiery sign of Leo and it illuminates our personality and creative self-expression. The sign of Neptune inspires all types of dreams, imagination, and intuition. And because the sun is entering a square, this is a conflict or a tension point with Neptune. So you may experience problems motivating yourself, wanting instead just to daydream. This square is between your 5th house of pleasure and romance and connecting with creativity and children, and it is with your money and values and self-worth and cash and property. And so there will be some kind of, I don't know if children are going to be requiring some money. I don't know if it's going to be requiring money to do something that you want to create. But since we also have Saturn retrograde energy, this is very active, and you may not feel that this is the time to innovate something. Some people may feel some sadness or disappointment or confusion about these events that are brought up from the past. Many may be subject to deceptive Neptune influences that lead us in a way that we don't want to walk down. All the while, Neptune could have us seeing people in their best light. And this, and maybe asserting their beliefs or our beliefs onto others. This is also a good time that you should be focused on yourself, your plans, your goals. Take time for you with what you want to do and have a step-by-step plan to move forward with. Then on June 19th, all inner planets are now direct. This is the second window of an opportunity to put things out into the universe and work with the flow. The energy is flowing outwards for creation. So at this time, there can be more energy for what you want to do. This window is open until mid-August. It is time to manifest, create, launch something new, make big decisions, invest, move to a new space for work or for home, start new projects, and look for clarity for future planning. And then on June 20th, Mercury, again, the planet of communication, it's in a beautiful, harmonious aspect with the expansive planet of Jupiter. So Mercury, representing our thoughts and our consciousness, it's at home in the sign of Gemini. And this is the planet of our everyday communication, and travel is going to have you analyzing and defining the way that you communicate with others. So your romance, your creativity, your children, your affairs is going to be interacting with your house of close neighbors and siblings and cousins and learning and short trips, things that can be found closer to home. So at this time, you may be developing knowledge, taking a class, a workshop in a specific area, or understanding many topics at once. This can be the type of learning to help you better appreciate the curriculum or material. This transit is going to encourage you to expand your mind, Jupiter, and open the door to success with communication skills, Mercury. And then on June 21st, the sun is going to leave airy Gemini and shift into the watery sign of Cancer. This is also known as the summer solstice. In the northern hemisphere, the June solstice or the summer solstice occurs when the sun travels along its northernmost path in the sky. This marks the astronomical start of summer in the northern half of the globe. So in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite. It's marking the beginning of winter, where the sun is at its lowest point in the sky. The summer solstice is a day with the longest period of sunlight, so our sun will be at the highest in the sky. The summer solstice, it reminds us that nothing lasts forever, that we live in a realm where everything is constantly changing and evolving and growing and dying and being reborn. This is a time of letting go and acceptance, to be fully in the here and now, to be present and soak up the richness of today. Release what no longer serves you. Be in the moment and be prepared to receive the renewal and rebirth that has been sown. Now, this shift, it can be very emotional because the sun spreads emotional intelligence and it directs our attentions to time and family. And for you, this is going to be the balance between your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being and your work. You may feel motivated and urged to make an emotional connection with new friends. New beginnings of warmer and longer days and new adventures await you. This is a time to spend with family in our home environment, the desire to feel safe and secure. You may want to take the time to reflect on what you've learned throughout this last lunar cycle, because this is a new season of softness and of nurturing energy and emotional sensitivity. It's going to emerge. Your intuition is going to be spot on, and you can use this to help guide you in what you need to do to finish, to let go of, and to move on from. Stronger bonds emotionally can be formed now, and you may feel stronger when you are confident with your commitments. Then, on June 22nd, Venus, the planet of passion and desires, enters the thought-provoking sign of Gemini. So for the next several weeks, love and romance are going to be greatly influenced by intellect, wit, and logic. At this time, conversation is going to be key to connect with others. And lastly, on June 28th, the moon will join the sun in your sixth house again. And this is balance of health, well-being, service to others. Pets are here. This is a new moon. They bring, it's very intuitive. New moons bring clean slates, fresh starts, new beginnings. And this is a perfect time for setting intentions for the future. This new moon in Cancer is in a harmonious time just to connect with the global perspective, internal emotions, your mood, and your habits. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, and it represents comfort with self-care and cozy, safe spaces. This moon will, it's going to open up a doorway for you for new opportunities for creating an environment that helps you feel safe and warm and comfortable. And then later the same day, we're going to have Neptune. Neptune is the planet of dreams and illusions, stationing retrograde. Now, Neptune's movement is associated with creativity and imagination for music and art and poetry. So at this time, you may discover a new skill or a new hobby. It's going to have you focusing inward. So use caution for overindulgence, and because Neptune often wants to escape reality. This will be a perfect opportunity for a boost of spiritual enlightenment. Your mind may be focused inward with dreamy idealism. Be cautious of the desire to sink in and enjoy your fantasy world. Make sure that you're looking for connections that are helpful in opening up more opportunities. I do want to take a glance ahead at July 1st. So on July 1st, we're going to have a difficult transit of Mars squaring Pluto, and the energy can develop 5 days before and 5 days after. So this will be the last week of June. So around this time, do not antagonize and use caution with your ego. I'll be sharing more information as the date approaches. Thank you for listening and watching this video. If you would like to receive your updates as soon as they come out, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel below. Make sure you share with your friends that you think could benefit from this information. You can also find me on Facebook, where I host live offerings and personal updates. To sign up for my newsletter, you can visit willowgracemystic.com or click in the link below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this energy and how it is manifesting in your life in the comments below.